I am now better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'm telling all the ways where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here on WGPL 1350 Studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to ChristianBroadcastingCompany.com, or you go to 1400 AM or WGPL 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live on and poppin'. We want to also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Do all that.
And get shouted out later on.
Yes, you can.
In the show. All you got to do is like, share, subscribe, and be shouted out.
All right. It is a beautiful day here in the Hampton Roads area. We've been getting a lot of rain, Mr. E, but other than that, it's just fine.
The plane and rains fall gently on the rain.
I think that's Spain.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, whatever it is,
Friday.
it is definitely nice. It is Fun Friday.
Yeah.
And we're here to have a great time with you all. We want you all to just stay with us. We have a fabulous guest. This is our special What's in Your Closet, issues concerning women. We talk about a whole lot of things.
Yes.
And so we have a wonderful, beautiful guest that we know and love. We have Miss Francina Harrison. She is the career engineer. That's the name of her business. And we want to say good morning, Francina.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
It's an honor to have you. Thank you for taking your precious time to be with us, Francina. Francina, tell everybody a little bit about you and the career engineer.
Absolutely, and thank you. Well, our motto is simple, and hopefully our brand is working, and most people know we say this all the time. But anyway, I am America's career engineer, and our motto is simple: don't get anxious, get prepared in your career life. So whether you're an employee, an employer, an entrepreneur, or someone who just wants to have a fabulous life, don't get anxious, get prepared. So we provide services for employers, entrepreneurs, and employees so they can do just that, get the confidence and know they're competent to get out there and make it happen every time.
Wow. Francina, tell us what's the difference between a job and a career?
Oh, it's a huge difference, right? And I know J.O.B., you were from a good grade, get that J.O.B., J.O.B., keep it for the 20 years, get your pension. There ain't nothing wrong with that. My daddy did that, and I'm here because of that. But, a career is more, where do you want to contribute your gifts, your talents, your knowledge in the universe? Like, where do you want to plant your feet? Where do you want to do the good work and make some amazing revenue while doing it? But where your talent, your gifts, your energy, your knowledge, your ability can really make a difference. And I'm speaking at a global level. The world has changed in the last
Yes.
couple of years, right? So that
Yes.
person in the 757 could be planting seeds and doing a great career where they're contributing their gifts and talents to something that can impact on a global basis, right? The whole way we work and how we work and why we work has really changed. So a career is the focus. Where do you want to contribute? Where do you want to make a difference and get paid for it?
Absolutely. Now, what does it take to coach your services? Just go through them again a little bit, and then tell us what it takes to have access to you as the career engineer.
Sure. Well, we're definitely a high tech and high touch platform, right? So no
Yes.
doubt I live on the internet. I joke that I am the original matrix. I'm the Neo. Like I've always been a virtual person since everything changed with virtual, right? But we are definitely accessible on a local and global scale. I mean, low tech is our phone number, right?
Yes.
757-745-4823, which is actually 4 TCE is our last 4 digits. But our website, tcenow.com, again, tcenow.com. And we're Googleable. You can type my name, the career engineer, Francina Harrison, and you'll find all the places we are. Just like now how you're streaming on all those platforms, we're there as well. So folks can engage at whichever level it works. Phone, email, info@tcenow.com is our gateway to email. But we provide different things. I joke, I got some two-digit stuff, I got some three-digit stuff, and I got some four-digit stuff, right?
All right.
They're
Yes.
all of great value to empower your career, your life, or business. Of course, career seekers and changers, we're helping you to make sure your brand is pumping. And so you know who you are and what you bring before you get out there. So yes, there's resumes and career coaching and job search and interviewing tips and making sure you're ready to go. Entrepreneurs, same thing. It's your choice to make a living, to work for yourself. I don't want you to get hustled while you're out there trying to build your entrepreneurial dream. So we have coaching with social media and technology, and so make sure you know what you're doing as a business owner. I used to
Yes.
joke that we would always be up little, night way back in the day when you watch these little guys saying how easy it is to run a business, you ain't got to do anything and get paid. I have not had that experience.
Wow.
I work pretty hard, to make sure we're doing good business the right way. Okay, good business the right way. And of course, employers, hey, you got some great jobs, we can help you connect to some great talent. So we have different ways of folks doing things. We even have a digital online store. If you don't want to talk to me or have me coach you personally, we have videos for how to interview, how to make your resume go wow, how to interview the employer. And we also have our book called A Mind to Work, which is the life and career planning guide for folks that need to work. If you don't need to work, you don't need my book. But if you need to work, you can get A Mind to Work from me personally or on Amazon. So we have different ways of helping folks.
I want to say good morning to you because I am listening to all this great information that you
Yes.
have for those who really want a job or a career. What got you started into helping somebody to either focus on getting a career or a job?
It's interesting. I often, it's a long story, but I only got 20 seconds, right? So I've always, well, first I'm a graduate of Norfolk State University. I have a master's in social work. I was clinically trained. But I always felt that how people, what they did on Mondays, like your work and where you felt you contribute, you want to be depressed, want to have anxiety, still undervalued at the job or you working beneath your purpose, right?
Yes.
Those types of things, because we spend half our life in the workplace. I mean, we really do like 12 hours a day. You're going to work or leaving work and working, right? So then you go home, and then all of that goes home with you to your families and stuff. So for whatever reason, the whole vocational, occupational world was where I want to practice. So I'm a very non-traditional social worker. But as a kid at 16, I was like helping people type resumes. It was just this thing where I felt, my gifts and talents. And of course, I love to talk. So I mean, what better thing to do? So, my faith, it just pointed me to this direction. I worked in prisons, helping. I used to work at the Department of Corrections here in Virginia as a clinical social worker, doing what? Helping the inmates get a job when they get out. And work welfare was born when those things first came out. Why? Making sure those families could be empowered and know who they are so they can be sustainable forever. So that's always been my thing. And one day I had a young man who he was in recovery from addiction. He was down on his luck. He had every check mark against him. But guess what? He was able to get his first in a job. He kept it for 6 months, right? And he said
Yes.
to me, because everybody wrote him off, you're never going to do this. You're never going to be able to do that. And he said one day, lady, you the career engineer. I was like, well, I'm working a W-2 job. I ain't never going to have no business, but I'll use that one day. I wish I could find the guy because I would thank him for that.
Yes.
But that kind of, confirmations of, you know what, when things kind of line up like that and the Lord is doing something with you, you might want to follow those steps, right? And so, 15 plus years later, here I am doing now America's career engineer. So,
Yes.
Mm.
Francina, tell us about the process to getting individuals to their goals. What does it take? You said that the world is changing. So kind of think about even pre-pandemic compared to now, and what do people think? How do they think as they move toward it? Are they more afraid? I know you said don't be anxious, be
yeah,
prepared.
don't
Are they anxious? Are they
Absolutely.
prepared? Yes.
Most folks coming from a position of anxiety, all right? And the
Uh-huh.
reason you're anxious is because you're not prepared. The way to squash anxiety is separation. When I'm saying anxiety, folks, people are nervous about, maybe I don't have what it takes to get hired, or I get an interview, I'm shaking in my boots, like, oh my goodness, how am I going to respond to those things? I don't think my resume is good enough. I only have done this, or I may not have a degree, or maybe I do have degrees, but I stayed home for a little bit to take care of, family situations, or take care of myself, And now I don't think the workplace or the marketplace will value me, so therefore I'm coming in from a left-hand perspective. So, and this might be part of my clinical social work training, but I believe in starting with the individual, and I joke all the time that if they get that job, and again, there's no only thing that's guaranteed in this world is Jesus, but everything else
Yes.
is
Yes.
variable. I mean, and Jesus only if you accept him, so I don't let you get into the whole preaching thing. But anyway, but a lot of times, folks, I got to start with the individual. I have to start where they are. They're scared and anxious about this situation, or hey, I got to pay my rent. I mean, there's that serious stuff. I got a mortgage to do. I got a kid in college. How am I going to do this? We start there, but I got to deal with the inside first before we
Yes.
deal with the outside. So when they get that job, I'm like, hey, all I did was help you pull out what was already in there. For whatever reason, you buried that stuff. I'm here to pull it out. So we start really with the individual and the resumes and the LinkedIn profiles and you winning their interview. After all that, that person earned that. I just was the cheerleader or someone that helped you get the confidence to unpack that stuff because you buried it for some reason. And then after you get the job, it's about keeping and coping, right? Keeping and coping with the things that happen at the workforce. So I believe it's inner career moves first before outer career results. And we start with the individual. They just have to be coachable and willing to work with me because I do dig. I'm pulling it out. I can see it. I'm pulling it out. And if they're willing to go there, it'll be deeper than a job. When they get wherever they want to go, they'll know that they have value and they matter and they're more than enough. Whether you're a six-figure or a rocket scientist.
Wow.
That is really what I try to do. I want folks to know that they're more than enough and they're competent and they can go do it if they want to.
Wow, that's great. I want to say congratulations to you because you have a task on your hands when you started pulling out people's personals and finding where they need to be and where they need to grow. Does it take you a long time to pull out a person's success that's in them?
Well, sometimes we have different levels of coaching and things of that nature. We have a networking because networking is key, and I get to know people over time. And we're chiseling a little bit at those things. The folks who just join my networking community, but those that we're doing the one-on-one. I mean, I joke that our services when we're doing it, and I tell them it's only maybe 60 days or 90 days. I'm kind of with you intensely, but 5 years later, that person is still in my space. And that's all good. I get to see folks get married now, and they have kids, and those types of things. But it just really it depends on how deep they're willing to go. Like I said, when someone if they don't believe in themselves, because at the end of the day, I don't care, PhD, master's, welder, if you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to sell anything. You can't sell what you don't know. So I have got to get you to buy into your own vision.
Wow.
And by the way, do you have a vision?
Yes.
So that can be 2 weeks. That can be 2 months. It just depends on the resistance or the motivation of the person.
Do you have clients that sit back and have a mentality of, well, I'm here, you do it. I'll just sit back and, just sit on the engine and let the engineer do all the work?
So in my early days of being a career engineer, yeah. And
Wow.
today, no. It's a
Yes.
partnership. And I share that we do a free consultation, right? Meaning that folks can call it, it's all on my website. Like you can book I call it career review. It's like, 15 minutes on the phone. I have questions that folks have to answer, and I can tell them that 15 minutes, just like they should tell them the 15 minutes with me. We may not be a good fit because it's a partnership. And
Yes.
I will send folks to other people who will do, if that's what you're looking for, there might be some other colleagues I know that that's their area expertise. For me, not. It's a partnership. I've been there, done that. Okay, I used to work at a shipyard. I did all kinds of things
Yes.
before I went back to school as an older adult. I was late because I didn't think I was smart enough. I mean, I didn't do well in high school.
Yes.
I partied and did things you wasn't supposed to do. That kind of oops, oops, oops on my little career record. I mean, and I'm transparent about that kind of stuff. Hey, it is what it is, right? But
Yes.
guess what? Your past doesn't predict your future. You
Wow.
gotta
Yes.
want to want
Yes.
it, right? So if you want to want it, I will work with you. You'll get 1,000% from me. But if you want me to do it for you, that's where you're anxious. No one can do anything for you. They'll do it with you, but they cannot do it for you. So I actually will battle those things. I'll have some things they can do in the meantime so they're ready.
Yes.
We have newsletters and follow me on socials, and you can get all kinds of tips and tricks. We do that too. But when they're ready to want to change their Mondays or want to take that healthy risk to figure out who they are and what they bring, I am all ears. I'm ready for you. But yeah, I can't, no, as a point of just wisdom, you can't do four. You can do with.
Yes.
That's the secret
Absolutely.
sauce for success.
You listen to FYI Radio Show with our host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. We have a very, very, very special guest, Miss Francino Harrison, the career engine. And we want to say good morning to you again. Engineer, we want to say good morning to you again.
Okay. I want to know, since the shift, since the pandemic, careers, where are people going now? What's the biggest industry that people are migrating to, Francina?
Well, you know what? Like I said, that little, I call it the blip year, the 2020.
Yes.
Changed everything.
Yes.
So in terms of industries, there's a lot about, so I'll put it this way. We have all our reports to show us the first month. We had an amazing jobs report on Friday. 528,000
Yes.
people nationwide got hired. That blew, we were not expecting it to be that high, and the 3.5% unemployment is low. So this is still a candidate market. However, I'm telling everybody, this is going to change. Last month, we had 11.7 million unfulfilled jobs. Those are jobs sitting there, 11 million. This month, when it came out last week, first of this August, it's only 10.7 million jobs open. Okay, so yes, it dropped, but there's still plenty of opportunity, and it's across the board. It's hospitality, it's information, technology, business services, healthcare, education. As schools are getting ready to open, every single public school system needs everyone.
Yes.
Teachers and non-educated, every bus drivers, right? From just, every retail outlet needs everyone. Manufacturing needs everyone. So it's pretty open, but it's going to shift. It's going to get back to the employer market. So anyone that's straddling the fence, or you're like, well, maybe I'll wait. No, you need to, don't get anxious, get prepared, and get your brand ready so you can be competitive now. So it's a wonderful time for folks. Something that was a surprise, technology, which, we all looked at, they lost 30,000 jobs.
Wow.
So, yeah, Tesla has a hiring freeze. Some other companies have done extended job offers. They even got some layoffs. So that's interesting because we were all techie world, right? So
Yes.
it just proves that all those things that were essential, that we learned, these essential jobs that we said, healthcare and all that, guess what? They're still essential. Even now.
Amazing.
So they're hiring.
When we begin to look at the job market, we find out that there's a lot of educators that don't want to go back to work. What is the problem with that?
Well, on the joking side, well, let me not say the joke. I was going to say some. We found out how our kids really are during this pandemic. I mean, God bless the public
Yes.
school teacher. I'm like, thank you for your service. I'm saying the same thing to them as I say to my vet. But when we had the safety issue, with COVID, remember there were certain industries you had to be in the building, you had to be in front of folks, and at the time, a lot of the employers didn't have, let's say, the safety protocols that were in place, and there's vaccinations now, and this and that. And it made those jobs difficult. Things have changed a bit now. Most folks have some type of guideline and policy, so safety should be a factor. However, some of them classrooms, I'm hearing like they're just a little shy of a war zone.
Yes.
Now, is that because of kids a year at home? They learned some skills that were not tolerated in the classroom before? I don't know. But for some of the teachers, there was more demand. You have to do more with what you got, and then the non-support. Just like with public safety, there's law enforcement. That they're public safety folks don't want to deal with all the backlash and things that nature. So teachers and educators, and this is happening in higher education too. Colleges and universities have seen a reduction in folks that want to teach because of some of the things you had to do now more. You got to do more with what you got, and not and the money went up maybe $25, because public school systems is taxpayer money. So they can't double your salary, or some places are having bonuses, and which are great, and that's wonderful. But it's also some folks during this week that figured out, you know what, I have less stress by being an Uber driver. Yes, I have a master's degree, but I'm able to take care of grandma. I learned to get lean and learned to cut some fat in the household, and I feel happier, and I don't want to go back.
Wow.
And that's happened. And some folks started, the gig economy, the Uber and the, like kind of Upwork and things like that. Some folks figured out I can do this. And, my mortgage is paid, and, I scaled back, no doubt, but I'm a little happier, and I'm going to do this for a while until something changes and you have to go back to the 40s.
Absolutely.
So that reset, that mental reset really did a lot. And since we had to get real lean, we found out we could do it and didn't have to have the stress of what we were doing in the workplace.
Well, how did the career engineer herself survive during the pandemic?
So here's what's interesting. The career engineer did pretty well during the pandemic. And again, isn't that interesting that some billionaires were made during the pandemic?
Wow.
So I was always a virtual person. The whole thing of how you work this way, I've been doing this because I'm a techie addict. I love tech. So when folks are like, what is Zoom? I'm thinking, I've been using Zoom for a couple years before the pandemic. Y'all don't know what so I started helping folks, convert and use Zoom for your online workshops, or schools and universities how to use Zoom, and teaching how to do all that virtual training and how to. So we were already. That's how we ran our business. So I seized the opportunity. That was great.
Yes.
So, but just like any business, there was some fluff I needed to scale back because we wanted to just do it with what was given. So no doubt. But when it came to online learning, online coaching, doing stuff remotely, I've been doing that since I was just an engineer.
Wow.
So
yes.
We're a Virginia SLAM certified business, so we definitely had contracts to help with governments and all, but even private companies and then the employers trying to get folks hired. It was I'll help employees, but then there's times the employers they couldn't get anyone in the door, so we're helping them to be rebranding and to make their workplaces more attractive.
Yes.
Right, to get clients.
Absolutely.
So we did good.
You said something early. You said something early because you said you love to talk. How do you feel? How do you feel now about getting paid to talk?
I know, right? It's just crazy. Your kids will make room for you. So but it's because I'm a paid speaker. I've done graduation events. I speak at conferences, and we even we're bringing our summit back this year. Like I was online. I want another online event again, but so I speak there. Our summit will be here in Virginia Beach in November. But
yes.
I love to talk. Why not?
Yes.
It just happened that way.
Yes, your journey is interesting. We saw you when you went through some of the, the health problems, health issues. I know you have a
Yeah.
daughter, I believe, that have some things, challenges. Tell
Yeah.
us your strength. You just seem so strong. You seem like you've come out of that place. Tell us how you feel about that part of your journey.
It's and for those who don't know, yeah, my daughter actually will be a graduating senior at Everette from
Wow,
Norfolk State University this year. She'll
amazing.
graduate next May. She's a pre-med, a Denema scholar, and we just did 15 applications for medical school.
Wow.
Pray for me, all right?
Yeah.
So, and this is a kid that was born with a rare form of heart disease that
Yes.
had more heart surgery than you can imagine in 21 years.
Yes.
And in 2016, I was diagnosed, had small little lump somewhere, didn't just pay no attention. Didn't go get a mammogram. So women listening, go get that mammogram because, don't be. And luckily I did. And I was stage 3 triple negative breast cancer, right? So this little thing hanging on me for a while. But 2020, December 20th, December 20th in 2016, I rang that bell after 5 intensive months of chemo, 8 weeks of radiation, and 4 surgeries in 5 months. How did I keep myself from losing my mind? From the don't get anxious, get prepared.
Yes.
Took another meeting in terms of life. So that's why a lot of times I'm speaking universally to what your career life is in. Proverbs, definitely my Proverbs, but Philippians. That's where don't get anxious, get prepared. If you read the Bible, that's where it comes from, right? So, we went through, my faith is strong. I was like, please, let's just be the other Francina, not me. But no, I had to go through it.
Yes.
And it was okay. And the Lord allowed me to do it publicly. I still did television.
Yes.
I still did radio. I still spoke I would just get my chemo on Thursday and do stuff on Friday and pass out Saturday through Monday. Yeah. But that was fine, so, and I want to let folks know, okay, we have this thing, but it doesn't mean it's over.
Absolutely.
That's great.
If I said I had a sore tooth, no one's crying, right? I mean, I have this C word, but it doesn't mean it's over.
Absolutely.
So go to every appointment, show up at every appointment, take the medicine.
Absolutely.
I still work the whole time. I mean, there's ways to battle this. So some folks say, there's no way you have stage 3 breast. I'm like, yeah, I could take off this little piece of wig. Someone can wear the wig. I wore a wig and I turned my head and the wig ran away and I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna wear scarves. So,
yes.
But it's faith. I mean, I was in my word daily, praying daily, but the Lord told me, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get to the other side of the mountain, and we did.
Amen. Look, encourage individuals to move forward in life regardless of the dark things. We have about 2 minutes. And then also give us some contact information for the career engineer.
Again, thank you guys again for having me. So folks can reach out to me online, tcenow.com. Again, that's tcenow.com. From there, you can have that, have a meeting with me or just see all the good stuff we have on our website. Low tech, 757-745-4823. Again, 757-745-4823, and text that number too. Our Don't Get Anxious, Get Prepared is our motto, but it is a lifestyle. I mean, if you want to change your mindset, you can do it.
Yes.
You just have to have the mindset of preparation versus always being anxious. And preparation is what squashes that. So know who you are, what you bring. We have push-ups that we have. In fact, our Put the Mind to Work is loaded with all of our push-ups that help us get our mind, body, and spirit right. Whatever you're going through, again, I'm a mom with a stable heart disease. I'm a woman who had healed from stage 3 breast cancer. You got to want to move forward. Just take your left foot, and then right foot, and then left foot, and then right foot, and before you know it, you're 5 miles down the street, right?
Wow.
So you got it, and also you have to make sure your community is supported. So there's folks that giving you too much drama, that's too consuming. You don't need to do something about that.
Yes.
And make sure folks in your community are helping you to follow your vision. So again, don't get anxious, get prepared. We're here to help, and I do thank you all for allowing me to share this morning.
Thank you, Francina. We wish you all the best.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to follow you and what you're doing in the community, and you are definitely a blessing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I tell you what, you all come over here, social media. We're going to be serving dat tea, giving you some upcoming shows, and just having a good time on this fun Friday. Be blessed.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Our special guest has been none other than the career engineer, Miss Francina Harrison. And don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350 Peace 95.3 and WPCE and all those platforms. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye now.
His love was there for me where I am now. That tea, give you some upcoming. Where I am now, I'm in a special place, special place. Oh, where I am now, I grow.
For the past 30 minutes.
All right, Mr. E, it's Fun Friday. The weather is absolutely beautiful here in the Hampton Roads area. We want to say good morning, Mardell Lewis, Sheila Robbins. We have Roberta Carter. All you all that are on, make sure you give us a little note so we can shout you out or just acknowledge that you're there or just feel good that you're watching us. Mr. E, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We've had a great guest talking about careers and jobs. Did you hear the numbers
That's
for
right,
the jobs
that's
that
right.
have been added?
That's right. I mean, the numbers has been added, and those that was unemployed and now are employed. You know, and
Yes.
so we are really excited because now folks are really going back to work. She said something that was so key that you mentioned a long time ago, Miss Hinton, that folks became career orientated, made their own jobs,
Yes.
and now put jobs on the market. And she also said that there are school teachers and scholars who
Yes.
rather be an Uber driver than to take the chance and go back to work.
They go back into the environment, which is very stressful, and that's her theme. Don't be anxious, be prepared.
Yeah, yeah.
Being anxious and full of nervousness and depression is you don't want to exist like that. And so some people are jumping out these jobs and careers to go into something that's more soothing, more that's for them, something that fits. Some people you find out people have abandoned certain things, certain industries, and saying that's not for me anymore. And that's what's happening. Just like the school system, they are going crazy
Yeah.
trying to get teachers
That's
to
right.
come back.
And not only are they trying to get teachers to come back, but the bus drivers.
Oh
We
my
may think
goodness.
that the bigger job, which is school teachers, yes, we need them.
Yes.
But the thing about it, these teachers just don't want to be bullied of prison guards, and they want to go in and teach so that the children
Absolutely.
can learn, and they don't want to be targets. Right now, their mindset of saying, I don't want to go back to school. And,
Yes.
you can see principals and school administrators grabbing teachers by the
Yes.
leg and dragging them into the schoolhouse because they know the value of a
Yes.
teacher and the learning of our children.
Yes.
So they're dragging them to come back in. And when you look at the school teachers being dragged in, but what about the transportation to get them back in school? And because bus drivers said, because they had some bad experiences just as
Yes.
well as driving these children. I remember one time I was out there in front of a school on Tidewater Drive, and their fight had broke out, and the children was on the school ground. But the bus that was leaving, there were so many young men and young women just hanging out of the bus trying to get back to school that the bus driver had to literally pull the bus over because they was getting ready to jump out windows just to go back to the school.
And the thing about it, if you sometimes you have well-mannered children, children that are doing good in school. Some kids love school, but if you don't have enough staff to manage
That's
even the
right.
good,
That's right.
good, beautiful children that we have, that is the real problem. We're gonna have children that get a little out of whack at times, but a lot of kids love being in school. Their friends are there. They love to learn, and they can be more manageable if staff is in place. It's just like the place I was telling you all about that I did the state program, Too Good for Drugs. All these kids, not enough staff. Everything can take place from bullying to I don't care what you name it, and it can happen in that environment. And so, the teachers, feel the need to go into other things. Some people are building their own businesses.
That's right.
Some
That's
people
right.
are being offered better money. They're gonna abandon teaching because it's like, hey, this is not worth it. I don't need the stress.
That's right. And Miss Hinton, and just like you've been bringing great awareness to that there are bullies right there in the schoolhouse that's causing
Yes,
all the educators, that's causing the principal, that's putting fear on the bus because
absolutely.
now bullies are saying, look, let's take over.
Yeah, in certain schools it's like that, but also, lack of staff and management. We have high hopes for the schools, but you know what, you guys, let's think about it. Some things end, some industries end, and you never know if the time of the public school system is going to end. You don't know. The government may say, look, we've given you all free education. We can't do it no more. We don't have enough people. You all just find ways of educating your children yourselves. That's going to be a terrible day, but you never know. And so we need to, make sure that teachers are getting what they
Yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah.
They need to get paid.
That's right. They
They
need to
can't.
get
They
paid.
cannot do 3, 4, 5 positions, and you give them the same pay. You don't want to pay them. You have to pay them. You're gonna. You guess what, Miss Lee? They're gonna pay them now because they have such a demand
That's right.
for
That's right.
good teachers, and so teachers are gonna be able to get the money that they want because they're on demand.
And not only that, Miss Hinton, the teachers, but all jobs are valuable, and the productions cannot go forth if nobody's there.
Mhm.
You can't stop the process while it's already in process. But see, but when you got lack of manpower, it slows down the progress. When you got lack of people coming to work, one of the jobs around here in Norfolk, they used to be a growing company. They used to go fast and get their product out there.
Yes.
But now when folks are saying, since the pandemic, I don't want to go back there, because I work too close hands-on with folk. And then they turn around and throw in another virus like the monkeypox and
Oh,
things of
wow.
that nature. But that slows down the progress
Absolutely.
and makes the product hard to get out. So, we got to look at the delay. We're looking at delays all over the world. And that's because one, the pandemic has hit us. And the second one is that, folks have been very creative
Yes.
and been very inventive and found themselves jobs.
Yeah.
Ubers are running cabs out of business.
And they find themselves creating their own businesses. It's just another world that we live in.
Yeah.
Ardell Lewis was mentioning how different it is in the past than it is now. And it is. And things do shift. Things do change. You can't stop change from coming. And so we have to adjust and we have to build new normals and things like that. So hopefully, things are, if you listen to Miss Harrison, she said things are going to move back. Maybe to a new normal, but still on track.
Yeah.
People are going back to work. There are about 10 million, she said, jobs that are, available.
That's
and
right.
Hey, you got children graduating all the time. Maybe some of these children, they can fill them, or college graduates can fill these positions. There's going to still be a need for these positions and things like that. But we want to thank our special guest, Mrs. Francina Harrison. She's the career engineer, honey. You all look her up. She's on social media. If she's listening, maybe she can put her information down on our feed so people can look at her page, her websites, and her Facebook page. And if they need someone to help coach, for her to coach them, then let's get that done as well. Thank you so much for being
Miss
on.
Hinton, when you talk about Miss Harrison, she had to go through some stuff in
Mhm.
order to continue to go, to do what she had to do.
Yes. We all do, honey, and she has gone through a lot. But the thing about it, standing strong and continuing to help and aid the community is definitely key in continuing to survive in this life. So blessings to you and your family, Miss Harrison. Thank you so much for taking your precious time to be with us on FYI Radio Show. You all are a blessing. And look, goodness well, it's Friday and it's Fun Friday, and we need to serve. Miss D, what we going to do?
We're going to serve the tea. That's right.
We got to serve that tea today.
We got some tea. It may be Lipton. It may be this, but this is serving that tea.
I want to say good morning to Tracy Porter. Good morning to Tanya Rollins Shadley. What are you ladies doing lately? Give me the tea. Let us know what's going on. And look, if you all have some tea for us, please let us know. Drop it in our inbox. Go to FY Radio Show Live at gmail.com and serve that tea.
That's right. Serve that good old tea with that. Well, serving that tea. It's real good tea. It will help you to get into the groove and to understand what's going on.
Now, I'll disclaimer, this is just a fun thing now. I mean, we're just going to cover things that you all may know or not know, but it's in the news. It's in the atmosphere already. We're not going to make up nothing on nobody.
That's right.
But we're going to have a little bit of fun because we do have some tea on a few folks. Mr. E, we got some tea. I got to first announce this tea about Miss Serena Williams.
Yeah.
She's giving up the tennis racket.
That's right. She's putting the tennis racket down, and really, I think she's getting ready to have another child.
Oh, well, that would be beautiful. But I tell you what, a champion, she'll always be a champion. They just went and just did so many things.
Broke so many records. Played so well, made so much money, made an impact in the community, and still going. That's right. Like a Timex watch, they keep right on ticking. Daddy taught them well. You got to give it to them. Every time a sports person comes on TV, football player, basketball player, they come on and say, I want to give shout outs to my mama, for the job well done. Well, Serena and Venus, give a shout out to Dad. Dad saw something that was in y'all, that broke the barrier, that put y'all out there. And look at all the accomplishments in spite of what Dad done wrong. But look at all the accomplishment that he embedded in you. Now, look, you can sit back, relax, and don't have to worry about no cheese, no money.
That's
right.
Absolutely.
You're fat as a cat, not as in person, but I'm talking about your money. Is she a millionaire or billionaire now?
She's a multi-millionaire. She may end up being a billionaire because she has all opportunities in the world to be that.
That's right.
And
so
got
much
her own
potential. Design. So
yes, so much is going
congratulations
on.
to
She
you.
can do it. And she's I think she's 40. Let's see, how old is she? I think it's not just an age thing. I think the competition is fierce because you do have the youngins. And also it's not because of the dunk. The girl's still fine. She's still, everybody keeps saying, well, she's a little bit thickums, but that don't matter. The girl is strong, muscular, and she's ready to go. But at this time, she's saying, hey, I've given all to that. I'm going to give to something else. And we can't wait to see what Miss Serena Williams is going to do. Congratulations on your retirement.
Well, Serena Williams, she's going out in style.
Yes.
And she's only
Absolutely.
40 years old.
Oh, that is marvelous.
That she can sit back and enjoy. She'll be 41 come September
Absolutely.
the 26th. So she can sit back
she can.
and enjoy those children and life.
We also want to congratulate Beyonce. She's another 40-year-old that is still
Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it.
She's looking beautiful. She has a number one album, number one single, and
Renaissance.
Look, keep getting richer, keep getting better. I heard she's a beautiful young lady. I heard her mother talk about her, how nice she is, sweet, and she don't mess with nobody. She's not a drama queen. She's just a beautiful woman doing what she has to do. Beautiful children, and we wish her the best. Mr. E, what in the world? Mr. E, we got to sit back and go down the look, we went down to entertainment and the sports. Now we got to go down the dag on what you call politician. The political world with your ex-president, Donald Trump.
Well, you see, Miss Hinton, Donald Trump, and a lot of people said he will not go to prison, but
There's a lot of people. Is that the law? Or is that people?
that's what the folks are saying around the time. I don't know if it's Trump supporters, but they're saying that you can't arrest the man for what he done. But Trump, the word is out. The word is out because his close friend, Paul Manafort, you know him.
Yes.
Paul Manafort has an inmate by the name of Ralph. Is his prison mentor.
That sounds like some tea. Is it true tea?
Paul Manafort, which was Trump's closest friends, he has a fellow by the name of Ralph that's in prison that's going to be his mentor. That's going to help him.
Lord.
That's going to help him as he go through the penitentiary road. Now, they also some tea out there.
Yes,
Miss Hinton, there's also some tea out there. They said that former Trump chief of staff Mike Mickey said that the FBI informer, they already say there's some talk that they're telling the tea on Trump, and said it could be one of six or eight of the people inside of Trump's circle.
If I'm glad I'm not Trump, but if I was Trump, I think I would be sitting there looking and watching and seeing who this is that's spilling the tea, because somebody real close.
That's what they say.
Somebody real close is telling all the tea on this man. The FBI raided Mar-a-Lago.
That's right.
Mar-a-Lago, and honey came in there, got papers. So many papers. They said he tried to flush it down the toilet stool, allegedly, and all it. What in the world?
Well, they show pictures of him having papers inside the toilet stool that wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
So now all of these folks who was close to Trump, they are bailing out. They are afraid because guess what? They don't want to be like Paul Manafort. They don't want to go to jail. Now, Paul Manafort, and when he was talking about him, he done came connected to a fellow by the name of Ralph, an Italian guy that invited him over to the Italian table.
That sounds like a movie.
To talk with him and to make him he's a mentor. And
in the jail.
In the jail.
Okay.
A prison mentor by the name of Ralph is helping him in prison to adjust to prison.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, all I can say is maybe y'all don't say it, Yolanda. But anyway, you all keep following the story. Trump, I don't know who it is that's telling on you, squealing and snitching. But somebody is telling. I mean, how do you know that in the safe there are papers? And who is it? Is it a family member? Is it somebody that's working in their custodian? Who is spilling the tea?
Somebody is telling the tea. That's one of 6 or 8 people that is in his inner circle is spilling the beans, you know.
Nathan Richardson says sounds like mafia wannabes. It don't sound, all this stuff sounds crazy. It sounds like a movie. It sounds like what in the world? But there's so many charges that they want to come after Trump with, not just in one court, but in a lot of different courts. They want to come and the FBI just they just through with them. You know, they just coming out and saying, look, you did a number on us. You know, you're gonna have to pay for that.
That's right, and they're going in and they're invading. You know, they got paperwork to go and find out what's going on at all of his businesses, not just at Mar-a-Lago, the golf court, but his personal homes. They've been searching that. They're gonna search that. They're gonna search all of Trump Tower's
something
business.
Just came in my mind. I don't even think I should say it.
Say it.
But I'm saying sometimes the closest person to you, and we hope that First Lady ain't got nothing to do with it.
But you don't hear nothing of her no more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying let's hope it's not that. Let's hope it. They're saying somebody in there is doing a number. We don't know who it is, a family member. We don't know, but somebody is spilling the beans.
Well, let me tell you, Paul Manafort He's in penitentiary now.
He must have spilled the beans. He didn't get no time.
He's in his prison.
No less time.
He's in prison, but he may not got no
The less time for squealing.
But he said he ain't going down by himself.
Oh my! Oh.
He ain't going down. See, we fail to look at that. There are so many people that been around Trump who's not going to take the rap by themselves.
Wow.
Misery love company. So there are so many people that's going to go down with him. That's going to go down with him. And inside edition said it could be the vice president that's telling the tea.
Oh,
he don't want to go to jail.
And we don't know who it is. They don't know who it is, but somebody
his inner circle
is doing that.
That's right. Somebody in his inner circle. So you got to be careful about people in your inner circle. Because once your inner circle get upset with you, everything that you could find in your inner circle, guess what? It might leak out.
You see what happened to Jesus? He had an inner circle. Old Judas with his old kissing self. He comes in and he's selling them for cheap.
Money.
For cheap.
50
right there with him.
Silver.
Could have had access to everything. I mean, my goodness, but he's sitting up there is going to tell on Jesus and get him in the worst trouble in all the world.
That's right. Miss Hinton, I want to switch focus on you. I want to go back to the entertainment realm.
Okay.
But there's your girl called Kardashian.
Oh, the Kardashian girl.
And she broke up with Peter Davison.
Uh-huh.
And with Peter Davison. Now Peter Davison had to go to therapy.
Okay.
He had trauma therapy and admit that what's his name?
Kanye. Well, we call his name is Ye now.
Kanye has cyber bullied the man.
What's going on? I guess he does not want that young trainee. He's 28 years old messing with his still wife.
That's right. Right.
She's legally single, but she's not divorced yet.
That's right.
And so he is having a fit with this young comedian who he cannot stand. He's done so many of those memes and things like that. I mean, it just sounds so dangerous too. They had to actually restrict Kanye on Instagram for putting up all kind of violent looking things and videos on this young man. Now, the problem is that Peter Davison of Saturday Night Live was going with Kim Kardashian.
That's right.
And she, after 9 months, has broken it off with him. But in the meantime, during the time of their relationship, Kanye wasn't pleased.
That's right.
And so he, was going to make Peter life a little, what is it? I don't even want to say I don't want to say a living hell. But according to Mr. E and the T, it says the boy is seeking therapy because the boy is just cannot believe somebody. Now that's one story. I heard some tea that the man was flattered that Kanye West would actually do all these funny comical videos on him and just felt like it was just wonderful. But I don't know. What do you all think? Do you think that this is a game that they're playing? Is it a publicity stunt? Did they all get their heads together and just come up with this corny scenario, or what?
Let's flip back to Kim. Kim, was also on TV that couldn't handle liquor. She had them shots, having shots and like to passed out and got intoxicated on those shots. But here's another flip.
Was that allegedly? I saw it, but it was that the story she told. But go ahead, Mr. E.
But here, I want to flip. Say flip, Mr. E.
Flip, Mr. E.
I want to change it to your boy.
Who?
R. Kelly.
Oh my goodness! In 1 minute, let's finish this, and then you could R. Kelly. Lord, what is R. Kelly up to? But anyway, the question is: this is the question that everybody's been asking. What is it about Kim Kardashian? Why is she exposing her children to all these different people?
Good.
And they want to know. The question is: how soon is too soon to introduce your children to a new boo? To a new boo, you can't have boos running up and out of your dwelling. And the folks are complaining that the child was sitting on his lap. He was taking a lot of time with the child, even though he had a father, is what's too soon? Would you introduce your children to somebody just you go with one, you end up breaking off with that, you go with another one, and you go with how many is too many folk to just keep rolling in and out of your children's life?
Statistics said, and I looked this up and asked the question, how old should it be? How long should your
Yes.
relationship be before you introduce them to your new boo?
Yeah.
They said within 6 months.
Ooh.
Because you give yourself 6 months to really believe in the relationship.
Okay.
So within the 6 months of you having a relationship, then within the 6 months, you should introduce them to your children.
Now, this is the thing. Okay, yeah, maybe, you have a relationship, it begins to be a good relationship, and that's fine. But if it's a revolving door and you got 10, you have 10 boos rolling up in there and everybody calling them daddy and uncle. So there's a problem with that.
Well, the slogan is right, Miss Hinton. Anybody can be a daddy, but can't no anybody be a mama.
Well, I tell you what, when you all are single and you start going with people, make sure you do have that respect for yourself, for your children. Don't let it be a revolving door. You can't introduce your children to everybody.
That's a true statement.
And they're lasting 2 and 3 months at a time. Come on now.
They said after 6 months.
Okay.
Then you can start introducing your child or your children to your new boo.
Ooh, well, anyway, we're going to keep tabs on that. Kanye, stop. Behave yourself. Okay, she's not with him anymore. Okay, now relax, relate, and release.
And get yourself back together so you can get off them pills too.
That's some Kardashian tea. But before we talked about R. Kelly for a minute, why is you think Kim Kardashian is migrating to men that got that mental health problem? What is that with that? That's just some tea. We'll talk about that tea.
Well, I can't let it go, Miss Hinton. There's a lot of dollar bills in folk that got mental illness.
Oh, what do you mean?
You look at Kanye, you look at Peter, you look at all the cats that she's dealing with. If they get that check, Kim is making sure that she gonna get paid.
She don't need a mental illness check.
She don't need me. She may not.
Look, she got how many youngins? 4 or 5 youngins that's attached to Ye. And Ye, baby, you'll be paying for a long time, honey. And even though she's rich as she can be, he's richer. And so she don't have nothing to worry about. She don't have to go through all that, get Social Security benefits and all that stuff. She'll be all right.
But if he don't get, if all his money is gone, she can still fall back on the state.
Oh my God. Anyway, Mr. E want to serve some tea about R. Kelly. Why? I don't know. But Mr. E, what kind of tea do you have on your boy?
Did y'all not know? Here's it. Let me take a sip of my tea because y'all got to catch this. It's hot. It's, I think I need a little bit more sugar in my tea. Here's the thing. I said the word sugar. R. Kelly funds is in somebody else's account.
Oh, I heard.
His funds is in another inmate's account, and it has been seized.
It's been seized. It was so many thousands of dollars. What they just gonna give them pennies?
$140,000 that of R. Kelly money has been seized that was in somebody else's account. How in the world can you put your money in another inmate's account?
Ooh, I tell you, I wouldn't trust that now, R. Kelly. But I mean, why would you have the need for all that anyway? And you're gonna be in there for 30 years.
I'm gonna pay my way out. Listen, don't you know that just like Paul Manafort, he has met Ralph, and Ralph is his mentor. Now, Ralph won't.
But Kelly,
don't go that way, Miss Hinton.
All I can say is allegedly the money was taken and put somewhere else. But I'm just saying, R. Kelly, you don't need all that yet. Just get little at a time. Get your wife to be, and he's engaged from what I heard in the news, allegedly. And let her just send you that, put it on your, what do you call it?
On his books.
On the books.
Wait a minute, Miss Hinton. Let's stop.
You got to pay those lawyers. They're going to take it first, allegedly.
Let's stop, pause, and rewind. There was another fellow that we talked about that was in prison also. And when he got out of prison, two of the cats that was in prison with him said that they took care of him while he was in prison.
Took care of who?
Bill Cosby.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
so-
Yeah, he had the people loved him. He was a celebrity right there in jail, y'all.
But they look for their money. They look for some money when they got out.
Allegedly. But I tell you what.
Okay, so now let's look at it. You know, sometimes they used to say you can be some. Well, I ain't gonna go there. I'll leave it there.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna say that.
Sometimes you can be, but here it is. Paul Manafort.
Mhm.
He's got Ralph as his mentor.
That ain't right.
You got R. Kelly. His money was in somebody else, another inmate's account.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Bill Cosby.
I tell you what.
So allegedly, I'm saying, allegedly somebody's knocking at your door.
Well, I tell you what, you all better stay on the straight and narrow, even in jailhouse, because I tell you what, it's not a good environment. I don't care who go in there. I don't care who goes in there, Bill Cosby, whatever. I know he could tell you some horror stories. And I tell you one thing, I know he was keeping that door locked.
That's right.
You just don't know about people.
That's right.
But we're gonna keep serving that tea with you all. I said if you have any tea for us to serve it. Send to FYRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. And thank you all for joining us. Mr. E, we got some upcoming shows, then we're going to get out of here.
We got Brian Fuller, better known as 580 Boys, Deborah Harris, Miss Tracy
Miss Tracy
Coladu.
Oh, no, Teresa.
Yeah.
Teresa Kalongo.
Yeah, Teresa Kalongo.
Yes.
Miss Tavon Cuffey, and Miss Yvonne
Frederick. Yes, we have a great lineup of folks. Deborah Harris. We have Teresa Kalongo. She is going to talk about autism, and that's something that we have not addressed here on FYI yet. I'm very anxious to hear what she has to say and how it has affected her and her family. She has a child that is autistic, and it hasn't been a great thing because the support system that she felt that would come from family and friends wasn't there.
And Mr. Brian Fuller, who's from the 580, that's an Oklahoma area code, who's a San Francisco 49er, will be our special guest on Monday
Sports Talk.
So we're going to hear about the Cowboys. We're going to hear about Philadelphia.
Yes.
Now we're going to hear about the 49ers who got one more Super Bowl ring than the Dallas Cowboys. You said, why are we giving so many different teams an opportunity to be on Sports Talk? Because guess what? Everybody hates a star.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. But anyway, you know, Mr. E is a Cowboy fiend, and we're going to be talking about that on Sports Talk on Monday. We have some great shows coming up and some great information. Still summer fun for our community. We have some ladies issues, and we got some great things coming up. You all continue to tune in. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget the Ladies Pie. The book is up there. And don't forget the petition. Please. If we need 100, we need 100. Can you 10 people out here listening right now? Tell 10 friends.
That's right.
Do us a favor. Please just tell 10 friends to go on Yolanda Hinton's page or Edward Everett's. And the petition is there. We need your help. We need to expose our petition to the country and to the world.
Because you can see that cyberbullying is everywhere.
It is a mess.
You look at Peter Dickinson. Kanye West is cyberbullying that man online.
Ooh, and they had to restrict him.
That's right.
So please, save the date, October the 15th, our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. We need your help. Also join us Monday evening for our anti-bullying challenge and roll call at 7:00 p.m. Be blessed. The Ladies Pies, you can get those. Call 757-420-0224. Get the music online, of course. And we can also host your special event or special occasion. Mr. E, he's going to tell you how you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. And if you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, you can give us a call at area code 757-714-7861, or you can inbox us at FYI Radio, FYI Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and Edward Everett Facebook page, or you can go to FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com and inbox us if you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
Absolutely. We're going to see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, please sign the petition. 10 people. Tell 10 friends to go and help us out. God bless you, and we're going to see you on Monday. Bye.
2 up and 2 down, VA.